G'day and welcome to another episode of Kiwi Car Life. And recently I made a rather controversial video titled Cars That Everyone Loves That I Think Are Awful. And the main feature of that video was pretty much any of the JDM hero cars. I acknowledge that in their day they were fun cars with a lot of modification potential and were obviously quite affordable. Millennials in particular grew up with these cars. It's what they raced on Gran Turismo, saw on Fast and Furious and pinned up on their bedroom walls. So of course, when they're old enough to afford one, a 90s JDM hero car, well, it's what they want. But as I'm of the younger generation, that nostalgia factor just isn't there for me, and the astronomical prices make me even less interested. However, recently I have started to change my tune, as hiding among the $250,000 GTRs are cars like the GC8 STI, the Renault BZR, the Lantis Type R, Starlet Glanza V, Accord Euro R, Caldina GTT and Legacy RSK. They're all cars that offer an authentic JDM driving experience, but without the house deposit-sized price tag associated with it. And this gorgeous yellow Nissan 200SX I'm hoping will be another relatively well-priced, fantastic driving JDM car to add to the list. On top of the fantastic looks that the S15 Silvia has, it also has one of Nissan's finest engines, the SR20 DET. But not just any SR20, this was the very last of them. It's known as the notch top because of the slightly slanted valve cover at the back, and it makes a whopping 184 kilowatt or 250 horsepower and 275 newton meters of torque, a more than plentiful amount of power for a 2-litre turbo out of the 1990s. In the case of this car, it is paired up with gloriously a 6-speed manual transmission, driving the rear wheels in typical sports car fashion with a limited slip differential. And even more remarkably, this car, aside from the wheels and coilovers, is in completely original condition. To see what this car was truly like if you picked one up from the Nissan dealer in 1999. The interior. Because this car came out before the era of Mr. Carlos Ghosn, when Nissan joined with Renault and their interior build quality took an absolute dive, this car fortunately came from the era of good Nissan build quality. The indicators and wipers feel nice. The gauge cluster looks really cool with a central mounted tachometer just as it should be. The center stack here is gorgeously simple with nice matte textures, no shiny glossy black plastics anywhere to be seen in this car like you would find in modern vehicles. It's got simple automatic climate control here, which is nice to have. The manual transmission feels absolutely fantastic because the gearbox is right here. There's no cables going to the front. The seats are low down to the ground, giving you a great driving position, but they still hold you in reasonably nicely. They have a nice grippy fabric. So for a car from the late 1990s, the interior is great. It's simple, it looks good, and it is pretty well screwed together. Let's take the very last Silvia ever made for a drive and see if it really is as legendary as everyone says it is. Driving the S15 Silvia. Okay, all right. Let's just say maybe I've seen the light. That is a fantastic sounding engine, man. And the gearbox, exactly what you look for in a transmission. Bang, third, super short gears. Fourth, you can use all of the gears this car has to give. I love that. You feel 100% connected with the drive of this car, which is absolutely fantastic. And the power level, just perfect. You barely even know this thing's turbo. I love that he hasn't fiddled with the engine on this thing, because out of the box, it is perfect, exactly what you look for in a car. The boost comes on immediately, but it has a really nice amount of torque, and of course, rear-wheel drive, Oh, that's amazing. That's just fantastic. Because it's on coilovers, I must confess, the body control is perhaps not quite as good as it maybe was on stock suspension. And while on track, the coilover setup will mean that it just handles that much more nimbly because there's less body roll, and you know, on a smooth piece of road it's great. When you hit the bumps, the stiff suspension just can't handle it. Manufacturers do know how to set up cars well from the factory. And yeah, you can fiddle with them all you want, but in most cases you'll probably actually make it worse. And this does not ride well. But the engine, man, so good. In the gearbox, bang, fifth. It's just such a great drivetrain. Short gears, great feeling transmission, really easy to modulate clutch, little bit of turbo noise from the front, great sounding exhaust, that nice gritty 4-cylinder tone. And man, on a road like this car just comes alive, eh? Turn it in, foot down on corner exit. Oh yeah. And most importantly, the car 100% tells you exactly what it's up to. You can get in this and just go pedal to the metal and you just know what's happening. Imagine being in Japan with some Initial D music blasting through the average sounding stereo system in your 90s Japanese car, winding out second gear into third, oh yeah, turn it into the 25 corner, heel toe down into second, on the power, kick the back end out. Oh, this is good! Finally, I've found a Japanese car that is not too expensive, but fundamentally drives as good as the price would have you believe. This thing is brilliant. I pretty much cannot fault it. Nice interior, it's comfortable, super easy to drive, great engine up front, just, oh, listen to that, 7,300 RPM. Fantastic transmission. You can use all the available gears, third, fourth. Oh, this is great. This is really good.